Hey guys, Coach Stefan and Coach Nick here with Live Athletic. We're here today to go over the front rack position and ways to improve it. So one of the most difficult positions we have to get into is the front rack, and it's crucial when it comes to front squats, cleans, push press, push jerk, anything shoulder to overhead. It's really going to play a big role in optimizing those positions. So real quick, Coach Nick is going to demo a proper front rack. Big thing is here is he's big through the chest, his elbows are all the way through, he's got a full grip on the bar, and his shoulders in a nice externally rotated position, or his shoulders nice and open. This is going to allow him to go deep into a front squat, easily go overhead, whatever he needs to do, and it's creating a beautiful bar path for all of that. But the front rack is the foundation. So generally when people struggle with the front rack, it's not as much a coordination or ability issue as far as being able to execute the lift. It's much more a mobility issue. So we're going to talk about a few ways to use soft tissue work to open some things up, a few stretches to go along with those, and then a way to lock it all together at the very end. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Nick's thoracic spine. So thoracic spine is going to be your middle back, and it's going to be a huge piece of what's going on. So the way Nick is going to stretch or alleviate that thoracic spine as far as soft tissue work goes is he's going to get up on this foam roller, arch over the foam roller, trying to keep his butt on the ground and just bending through his middle back, all right? From there, if he wanted to work more of a stretch, he would keep that arch position and working on taking big, deep belly breaths through his diaphragm and big exhales, and you'll actually feel a stretching sensation by just breathing over the foam roller, all right? The next piece we're going to talk about is your lats. So on your lats, those are the big muscles that run down here, and there's some muscles in there that also pair with your lats that can get stuck and really make it hard to get into a proper front rack. So Nick's going to pin those muscles down by laying across the foam roller and then move his arm through range of motion like he's doing right here. All right, he can work all the way up right into the top of the armpit and then all the way down where the lat connects into the side, all right? This can also be done with a lacrosse ball for a little bit more specific points, or something like a peanut as well if you wanted to get right along the seam of the muscle. From there, pairing with the lats, he's also going to want to work on those triceps. So on the triceps, he's going to use this barbell. This is my favorite way to do it. You can also use the lacrosse ball or the foam roller, but you're already going to have your barbell ready for your front squat or whatever you're doing, so might as well use it. He's going to get his tricep from right under his armpit all the way down to his elbow and just smash down on that tricep and work through range of motion, extending his elbow, retracting his elbow, going back and forth, and really trying to unglue that tissue, all right? From there, the last piece, this is the piece most people tend to worry about, is the forearms and the wrists. So a lot of times an improper front rack can put a lot of pressure on the wrists, and more time than not, it's really that mid-back, the thoracic, and then the lats and triceps that cause that. But we want to address the wrist as well. So what Nick's going to do, he's going to get down on his knees, he's going to put that lacrosse ball underneath his forearm muscles. These are the forearm muscles responsible for wrist flexion. He's going to open those muscles up, spending, on all of these exercises, 30 seconds to 90 seconds, really opening them up, and then follow that up with a stretch. So we'll start with the wrist as for the stretch as well while Nick's down there. He's going to pin his wrists down and really gently stretch through the forearms, making sure he's not feeling a lot of pinching in his wrist joint. He wants to feel the stretch through the actual muscle. All right, he can rock back and forth, like so. He can do one at a time, whatever feels best, but we want to feel those muscles start to lengthen, and that will help us take some of that pressure off of our wrists. From there, the thoracic extension on the foam roller is great. We already showed you that. It's as simple as breathing and opening up. And then one that we really like at the gym here for the lats as well as the tricep, 2 for 1, is to get this band underneath your foot and then establish this front rack like position and opening up through the tricep, the lats, and allowing this band to kind of pull down and open up that entire shoulder. From there, he'll spin, again, a minute to 90 seconds on each side, and it's really going to open this up before he front squats or cleans or does shoulder to overhead. All of these drills are great prerequisites before you lift, as well as great correctional exercises for after you lift or when you're doing your accessory work, all right? The last piece he's going to do is make sure that after he does all this work to get everything loose and everything adjusted, that he locks it all in by doing the movement we're looking for. So all he's going to do is load up with some moderate weight and then establish the best front rack position he can maintain and then just hold, all right? He wants a nice tight core, nice tight butt, everything's tight up through his upper back, driving the elbows up and creating external rotation, and he's just holding and locking in that position, all right? Once he starts to fatigue, he can come back in, and as few as 1 set would be great. As many as 3 or 4 sets of 10 to 30 seconds would be awesome to lock it all in, depending on how much time you have, all right? So those are some drills that you can use for your warm-up, your cool-down, or if you want to take some time aside from class or your usual workout and really, really drill that front rack. These can all be done together, and it hopefully will help you out tremendously, all right? So we'll see you around the gym. Happy training. We'll talk to you next time.